Hey, hi, hello everybody. This is Daniele from Model 17. Today we're gonna talk about Gluesync, especially we're gonna cover a demo from Couchbase to Sybase and vice versa with a bidirectional sync. But first of all, let's recap what is Gluesync and what it does. So Gluesync, it's our real-time data integration platform. You can connect bidirectionally and sync data in real time between any RDBMS, including data warehouses, NoSQL databases, big data and data lakes, and event streaming services. Gluesync basically sits in the middle between your source and your target data store, and it acts as a real-time data integration platform implementing the CDC, of course, which stands for Change Data Capture, and a purely event-based approach to migrate and connect in real time source and target data stores. These are the sources available as for October 2024. We have major NoSQL database covered pretty much any RDBMS, data warehouses, data streaming services, and also some object stores. Like I was saying initially, we're gonna cover a demo, what can be also seen as a tutorial uh, of integrating data between Sybase, Couchbase, and also we're gonna cover the vice versa. So let's dive into the demo. Here I've got my Gluesync control plane from where I can connect to my Couchbase and my Sybase database. I'm going to start by using Sybase as a source, so my Couchbase can then be filled up with some data coming from my Sybase environment. I'd like to show you what I have there in my databases because I already loaded some data in my Sybase. For example, my Sybase, it's running here locally like my Couchbase. That for the ease of my demo, it's a Couchbase on-prem setup, but the same works also for Capella. My Couchbase has a bucket called a demo. It's empty. There are no documents inside, so it's definitely just spawn. Instead, Sybase has some tables which resemble an e-commerce like use case. I have customers, I have drivers, I have order headers, rows, and whatsoever. So I'm gonna walk you through the connection between the Sybase and the Couchbase data stores through Gluesync. Let's move back into my Gluesync control plane. I'm gonna start by creating a new pipeline, adding the source. Sybase is gonna be my source, and I'm gonna start by configuring it. Mine is running on port 5001. Now that we have Sybase set it up, Gluesync shows you that the connection between the platform and the source database can be established and is healthy. Let's move forward. I'm gonna connect with the target database, which is gonna be my Couchbase environment. I'm gonna fill up the connection details. And move forward. Connection with Couchbase has been established. The connection is healthy, and I can go forward. I'm going to start by adding an entity. Entities in Gluesync are like a virtual mapping between real table or virtual table in the source database and what is going to be the data that is landing in your target data store. I'm going to name it drivers. And through the object browser that we have here, I'm going to expand the schema available in my demo database in Sybase, and I'm going to select the drivers table. The object browser is showing me, displaying me the available columns from that table, and I'm going to just tap on the select all button. Interesting to know is that Gluesync automatically discovers the primary keys, and it has already flagged it as my unique row identifier. This is pretty useful because my document key in Couchbase is going to become um, built on around that specific ID, on a specific key. And so my documents there are going to be unique. Scope namespace, I'd like them to be similar to my source environment. So the same queries that I am about to run on Sybase are also possibly be able to be run on against the Couchbase environment. I can do some cool things also by using the feature which is the on-the-fly data filtering that we have available here from the UI, and I can pick up some fields that I like to apply filters on it. So I can filter out all the drivers which are not female. And by that, it's kind of having a SQL where clause, which says only move data which match this operator. There are also other operators available. There are, and also there's the regex operator, which for those who have some complex things to do, they can apply a regex on top of the data that is moving between source and target. So I'm expecting only female drivers will land into Couchbase. The platform has computed the primary key for me. This is suitable for most of the use cases, but you can also play with that custom document ID builder, and you can decide how it's going to look like your primary key by selecting the fields that are composing them and the separator, a prefix, or a suffix, as you wish. I'm going to stay with the default one. There are a couple of other values where I can play with, like the TTL tagging. So you can tag with the TTL value in seconds. This is use the Couchbase Couchbase SDK's functionalities, and so it tags documents in Couchbase with that value, so they can expire after the time has passed. Confirm and continue, and I've set it up the connection between Sybase, Couchbase for specifically moving data from the drivers table into Couchbase. I'm gonna confirm and continue, and I'm gonna name my pipeline as Sybase to Couchbase. So I will be able then to recall it later from the UI. Save and complete. And this is the overview of my pipeline and my connection, as I was saying, between Sybase and the Couchbase server. Now it's yeah, it's time to start things up. So I'm gonna tap on the play button. I'm gonna do the CDC with this initial snapshot. So my data will be initially copied from the drivers table and moved into the Couchbase database. Other than CDC, I will also be able to do a snapshot only, which is the copy task only, or a resync in the case that I would like to reset all the checkpoints. Since this is the first time that I'm running it, I'd like to do the CDC with a snapshot, and I'm going to perform an insert because my Couchbase data store is empty, and I can leverage this super speed functionality that Gluesync offers me. Otherwise, if my Couchbase data store would have had some data on it, I could do the upsert functionality, which is lower, but it's safer because it merges records which are existing. I'm going to start, and data has already landed there in Couchbase. So let's see. Let's move back into Couchbase. Yeah, I see 438 items. Let's do a query on the document side, expand it a little bit more. I've got the DBO scope, and the driver collection has been selected automatically. My data is here. So just by looking at one of the JSON documents, I see the document with ID 101, which matches the gender female. What if we do a query also in Sybase? Select count, for example, from drivers where gender equals to female. 435 items. Let's repeat the same query also in my Couchbase environment to see if records are matching. Perfectly, 435 items. So Gluesync has moved exactly only the data that is matching the filter. Now let's play with some of that data. Um, I'm gonna focus on the first record that I see here, which is the first one that matches the filter about the gender that we applied onto. And so I'm gonna edit the record from edit chaplow and see if data will then be immediately moved into my Couchbase server. I'm gonna focus so on the ID number 4, which is my edit, and I'm gonna change the driver license ID. I'm gonna set it 9999 9999. Apply the change, and boom, the driver license ID has been updated in Couchbase also. Now it's time to connect the same but vice versa, so you can see how does the bidirectional sync between Couchbase and Sybase works. Let's move back to the Gluesync console. And so we need to create a new pipeline that does exactly the vice versa. Just selected the Couchbase as a source this time, connect it with my connection parameters. Perfect. Sybase. Okay. And again, the drivers are those we are going to sync. Like we did for Sybase, Gluesync is capable of understanding your data structures in Couchbase and providing me which are the scopes available and the collection available underneath it. So I'm going to select the drivers, all the documents that are available, all the columns that are available, and I'm going to fill what is missing here. It says that there are some types that need to be matched accordingly. And so the ID is an integer and it has been resolved. The key that I'm going to use will be my ID, so I can point to the same records between Sybase and Couchbase. Perfect. So DBO drivers is also the table and the schema in Sybase. I'm gonna not apply any other filter because they're already been filtered from source to target, and the vice versa would be have make any sense. Confirm and continue. What Gluesync does in the background, Gluesync is currently installing the eventing functions in my Couchbase environment. So this process can take, for the first time only, a couple of seconds. Once the eventing function are then becoming available, you're gonna see them highlighted in green, and the status it will be deployed like it changes immediately right now. Let's move back to Gluesync and let's see how things are progressing here. Perfect. My entity has been set it up, eventing functions are there, and so I can start also pushing changes from Couchbase back to Sybase. The pipeline this time is gonna be named Couchbase to Sybase. Perfect. And I'm gonna tap on the play button. Since I already have data, which is the same kind of data set from Sybase to Couchbase moved before, I don't need to do the initial snapshot task. So I'm gonna run it without performing initial snapshot task. Otherwise, I would have, yeah, generating the same copy of data from Couchbase to Sybase, but since it's the same data, I like to not waste precious resources. I'm gonna start the entity, and now it's waiting for me to perform data changes. I'm gonna move back to data grip, and now it's time for playing with my data here. What can we do? Well, easily we can reset and change again the driver license ID of Eddie and make it another one, but this time changing it from Couchbase to see if the changes are propagating back to Sybase. So I'm gonna provide you with a query, an update, drivers, set driver license ID equal to 1010101, where ID is 4. Perfect. Just refresh data on Sybase and data has been already moved there. So this is pretty much a quick demonstration of a bidirectional sync between Sybase and Couchbase, made easier thanks to Gluesync. For those of you who would like to experience, get a trial of Gluesync, it's available at model17.com/get-gluesync, or you can just scan the QR code. You have a 30 days free trial with unlimited free enterprise support. So thanks so much.